Last year, I purchased the 36-gallon Bowfront Aquarium set made by Topfin. I wanted to make a video going through both the pros and cons of this set. Hi there, it's Connor. Welcome to my channel. Last summer, we had purchased a larger Randa, and I wanted to get a new aquarium for it. Looking at PetSmart for any good deals, we found the 36-gallon Bowfront Aquarium for a good price, and we also liked the look of the Bowfront glass. Now, almost a year later, I have both good and bad things to say about it, and I want to go through both sides and give my thoughts if this is a good choice for you. So here's the aquarium that I have. The stand actually normally isn't white. We painted it white. It's draped on the bottom a little, so it is starting to chip, so it does need to be repainted. But here is the full aquarium. I do have the filters off right now, just for sound for this, so I'll be kind of quick. There's my giant Randa. She's actually not doing good. She actually got sick. I'll make a longer video on that in the future, but she's not doing the best. Has a fungal infection. But anyway, here's the aquarium. First, I did want to go just through the pros. So the first that I think is it looks nice. I like the look of the Bowfront. I think just kind of looks very modern. The stand also I think looks very nice. Does have a modern look, and you know, I like the little silver handles, and overall I just think it's a nice looking aquarium. If you want and you don't like the top, you actually can take it off, and it has sort of a rimless sort of look. So if you actually want a cheaper, almost rimless look, it's not going to be fully rimless like the bottom here. That's not going to be rimless. But if you do want a cheap rimless look, you can actually make one with this. You could get a light like my 65-gallon there that just fits on the top and have a quick sort of easy to go, cheaper rimless look. Another great thing is the price. So it comes with the stand, the tank, and the hood, which has a light inside of it. And the normal price is $250, and this tank can be bought at PetSmart. It does go on sale very often, and we got it for sale. Usually around most big holidays in the US here, it'll be on sale, and it'll go on sale for about $180. That's the price we got it for. And for having a stand with a tank, that's a pretty good price. Stands actually I find are more expensive than tanks, so for all of that, you get a pretty good deal. And the last of the big pro is the storage. So it has a good amount of storage space in here. I'll open up both. It's a good amount of storage space in there. And another good thing is these shelves, they actually are removable, and it has the little pegs in there. So you can actually organize the shelves. It comes with two, organize them any way you want. So you could put two on top, two on the one side like I did. And you could probably, even if you wanted shelves and all, you could buy some other little shelves the same size, just put some wood in there and have even more shelves. But I like that it's big enough you can fit either a full 5-gallon bucket like I have for supplies, or if you want to do a canister filter on this tank, you can fit a whole canister filter on there. Plus have a lot of shelves for all your food and other equipment. And then it does also have holes in there, so you can actually put all your wires through there and fit a power strip in there very nicely. So that's a very good thing about it. And then the hood also has slots for a filter that fits nice, and then slots for all your wires and stuff. So it's kind of set up to be very convenient in that aspect. So now on to the negatives about this aquarium. So the first one and the biggest one is the lid is very cheap. So just made out of plastic, and you'll notice right away if you feel it, it's just, it's not the highest quality. It feels very cheap, and it's very noticeable. Kind of just the functionality of the lid is very annoying too. It doesn't have a normal flip top. It has this little for feeding. So for a lot of fish, you know, that'll be good. My Miranda actually always wants to be hand fed. So every time I feed, I have to actually take the whole thing off and just set it down to the side so I can actually feed. But for when you're doing maintenance on the tank, it's kind of annoying because you have to take the whole lid off, and it doesn't really fit nice anywhere. So you have to sit it on the back or just put it on the side, and it can be kind of annoying just taking it off every time and getting it on. So I really don't like the lid. And along with that, like I said, just feeding fish can be annoying because you only have this one little hole. So if you have to hand feed your fish, you can't do that. But also if you want to spread out the fish food you also can't do that without taking it off. So it's very limited to that. I wish they just did a normal, like this whole top could just flip open easily, but they didn't do that. The next is, although I do like the look of the curved tank, and that's one of the main reasons we got it, it can be more annoying to clean, especially algae. If you have a sponge or something, it's not that bad, but using any scraper or anything, the curved glass isn't going to work as well. And I just find it in general harder to get the algae off the curved glass than flat glass. So I'm not the biggest fan of curved glass. I probably wouldn't get it again in the future just due to that. So if you haven't had it before, it's not that bad, but I'd much rather just have a normal flat aquarium than curved glass. Next is, I guess along with the hood, is the light is very mediocre. I mean, for any set like this you can get, usually that's what it is. But if you want a nice like Aquascape planted tank, it's not going to work out too well for you. It's not the strongest light. And it also, the shadows it gives off are kind of weird. It doesn't have the nicest shadows since it's only there. I guess after having the light on that tank, I got used to such a nice light, but I'm not a fan of the light. But you get kind of getting everything together, you kind of get what you pay for. And then the last thing kind of related to the light is it's not really an ideal aquascaping tank. The length of the tank is about 30 inches long by about 21 inches tall. And due to how tall it is, it's not really ideal for aquascaping, especially with the other dimensions. The depth only is like 1 foot over here. And then it gets wider as the Bowfront comes out, but most plants aren't going to reach as tall, and even the really tall plants, the rest of the tank dimensions are kind of too small for them. If you had maybe some Valnisaria or something, that could work in the corners, but in my opinion, it's not a very good aquascaping tank, and also the light it comes with isn't going to be good for anything outside of low-tech plants. So if you do like planted tanks, probably not the tank for you. But I guess going on to what would improve the tank, if there could be a few things that would make this tank way better, it would just be a different lid. If they just had, even if it's the same lid that opened fully, that would be better. But even just, you know, if they slightly increased the cost but improved the quality of the lid a lot, it would make a huge difference on this tank. And just going along with that, if it had a better light on that, that would make a huge difference. But otherwise, if you like the look, it could be a good pick. And for the value and the stand, it's great. It's just, you probably might get annoyed by the top of the lid. And I mean, just buying another nicer light, you know, it's going to add another cost. You can probably get a better deal on this just by buying like a 40 gallon, because this is a 36 gallon, and just another stand for that. Because if you get a normal square 40 gallon, it's going to be pretty cheap if it's not rimless. And then you can get another stand, probably cheaper than this whole aquarium. So that's probably what I would have done in the future instead of getting this. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it to most people unless you really like the look and you're willing to get another light. Thanks for checking out the video. If you found it useful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up on the video so others can find it more easily. Anyways, I'll catch everyone in the next video.